Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of the Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. I am Loke7 and he's Ham Solo. Hamathy, how are you doing?
What's cracking, everybody? I am doing pretty good. Got some old ass games that I just recently purchased, and I've been playing the hell out of some of the previous ones I purchased beforehand because my backlog is just ginormous. It's stupid, and I do it to myself by continuing to buy games before I beat a ton of them. But anyways, last night, fantastic. I beat Max Payne 3, which you guys are seeing on the screen right now. This is just part of the game. But yeah, that game was freaking amazing. Bro, I was terrified in a part. Like I ran into this room, shot down a couple people, and didn't notice somebody, and I hit the dive button because Max Payne got that infamous dive, right? The slow motion
bullet
dive.
time.
Yeah.
Bullet time.
Man, that dude on my left freaked me out. I hit the dive button, jumped over a counter, hid under the counter, and then killed him. And I was like, man, this game right here, man, this is something else. But I also beat Jedi Survivor, which is a newer game. And that game right there.
I didn't like your reaction on Twitter.
Why?
I think that was over the top. It's a good game, but settle the fuck down. It's
whatever. That was an amazing ending. I don't care what you say. That was amazing. Yes, it was.
Amazing.
Yes.
This guy. Settle your ass down.
It was phenomenal.
But yeah, I did see the Max Payne gameplay that you shared on Twitter earlier on as well. That was actually very nice. That was very nice. That made me wonder, okay, why don't you just stream full time? Or well, maybe not full time, but why don't you just stream when you're playing these things? That's
I don't know.
That's what I got from it.
Something about streaming to Twitter. I just don't know if we'd get the same kind of following that we do during our shows. I don't want to mess too many things up. I've also been looking into Kicker and Rumble for streaming possibly and whatnot, but I just haven't done anything about it, I guess, yet. By the way, thank you so much for those of you that popped up. I see Ratchet here first today. Tortoise Hawaii.
No, Back from the Dead was first. Back from the Dead was first. Welcome here, Back from the Dead.
I don't even see his message. But I do see Back from the Dead from Ratchet, so he must have been here first. Web Dave, what's cracking? Stanley Francois, good to see you guys. I see some of y'all members. I appreciate y'all.
Tortoise Hawaii coming in with the South. He already wants to talk about Sony taking an L. Dude. It's not that serious, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to hurt Luke's feelings this early in the day.
It's actually pretty late my time. It's 8 p.m. my time.
So, anyway, so you don't want to send him to sleep sobbing. Got it.
God. Since you're talking about the games that you've been playing, I am 20 hours into Valkyria Chronicles 4. But I still haven't tackled the story. I'm still grinding the first skirmish, and I've got all my my soldiers to elite level. Everyone is on level 12 or above. So yeah, I'm doing the whole OP thing. I'm guessing I'm gonna tackle the story itself. I don't know, maybe 2 weeks from now, when everyone is on max, and then I'm just gonna roll through everything. And the difficulties are normal, so I'm guessing it's gonna be super easy, and I'm just gonna focus on the story when I go through. Ham, does that sound to you like I'm breaking the game, or does that sound fun to you? Like buying a game, grinding for 3 or 4 weeks at the first level, and then just destroying everything for the rest of the game. What do you think about that tactic?
I mean, it's your game. Do whatever you want with it, brother. I ain't here to tell you how to play your games. I don't spend your money.
Yeah, but I'm still curious about how you see that type of gaming, because although you won't tell me what to do, what do you think about that style? That's the question.
What do I literally like see, I'm not out here watching people and how they beat games and how they use it. And for all I care, they can go onto the
Mm.
roof, buy the game, look at Starfield, and then throw it off the roof. It doesn't bother me. I'm not finna sit
No,
here and
if
be like,
you
"Oh, this is how you
whoever
should have
throws
did it."
Starfield, whoever throws Starfield off a roof is getting reported to the police, in my opinion. I'm just saying.
That's a problem for you though. See, I don't care. I don't care.
Welcome, why so serious? Go
I'm the
ahead.
person to be like, "Yo, somebody better go downstairs and pick that sucker up."
Gotcha.
That's who I am. I'm just like, hey, if they
No
don't want to take
police, no
advantage of
nothing.
what they got, if they don't want to take advantage of what they got, then
Cool.
it ain't my problem. I've seen somebody
All
put a
right.
PS5 in one of them like grinders and stuff like that.
That pissed me off.
I don't like that stuff because it's a waste. But at the same time, I mean, he ain't spending my money, so I mean, what I eat don't make you shit. It ain't nothing at the end of the day to me.
And then when when Starfield got announced, someone took a PS5, went up like 10 flights of stairs, and then just dropped it and said, "This is the best way to use your PS5." I'm like, dude, I get it. You think Xbox is better, but I don't think that's constructive content. I guess everyone has the right to make whatever content they want. I just personally, I think that's just a waste,
Sure, it
and I
is,
think
but
it's
it
wrong.
ain't your money. So I mean, what is it?
Yeah, but
What is it? I mean, how many things do we like taxes? Our taxes go to very wasteful things every day, every
like,
second.
yeah,
So
yep,
like,
yep. I
so
mean,
for me to
your
worry about
taxes
what
go to
somebody,
the FTC. Ham Solo, your taxes go to the FTC.
isn't that great? That's cool.
No, it's pretty horrible. It's pretty horrible.
Yeah, I
considering
think it's pretty
considering we
fantastic, right?
also we also the quality of work that the FTC does. That was disappointing, dude. Anyways, we're not going to turn this into Activision show. Why so serious? Welcome in, Ham. Let's discuss some entertainment stuff before we get into the video games. You good?
Sure.
All right. First off, The Witcher is put on hold indefinitely. The TV show, and season 3 might be the finale. So it's on hold because of the SAG-AFTRA strike, and it could be the finale because of how how can I put this? How how the most recent season has been received. So the last 8 episodes have been the worst rated and the least watched episodes of the entire Witcher series run on Netflix. For context, it's been the most watched series, like original series from Netflix since the creation of Netflix.
Oh shit.
This was like the first season and the second season, they had the best numbers of any original show on Netflix. And the third season have the worst numbers, and they're not just the worst numbers for the series, they're some of the worst numbers on the platform. So there's lots of doubts about whether this one's going to move forward. Ham, did you have you seen The Witcher at all? And
Nope.
what are your thoughts on okay,
Nope.
what are your
I
thoughts
haven't
on this
seen the
in general?
show. I'm not a huge fan of the game. That's where I'm gonna leave that.
Okay. I
You
I'm
beat the
okay with the
game.
game. I think the game, yeah, I think it's good. I think the game is good, but I think the fans, just like the fans of The Last of Us, they overdo it. You know, they act like like The Witcher is like this thing that cures cancer or something. It's just a good game, but it's not like amazing or whatever. Welcome in Retro Gaming Addict. Welcome in DJ Birdo DOS. So yeah, going back to the topic, I think the Witcher games are good, and the books are all right, I guess. And the TV show was a travesty. If we're talking about adapting from the books or from the games to the to a TV show, it was a travesty. It was an insult, and I'm glad that the fans clearly, the people that are watching, stopped watching because everyone realized the horse piss that was being served,
The
and just was
horse
like, you know
piss.
what?
God
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. They were just like, nope, I'm good, I'm
Yeah.
out. And just
Disrespectful
like with the game,
analogy.
just like with just like when we talk about microtransactions, Ham, the corporations will never stop making microtransactions as long as there are people that buy them. And Netflix was going to continue making Witcher until season 12 as long as people kept watching it. No one's watching. So changes will be made. I just think it's unfortunate that Henry Cavill won't be able to do something special or continue doing something special with Witcher, because I think it was a show that had a lot of potential but didn't work out. Rachie says, imagine how the writer of The Witcher is crying like crazy now. CD making money like crazy, but he won't get royalties, and the Netflix show is disgusting. Yeah, it's unfortunate because, and that's a true story, Ham. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the writer of the creator of The Witcher, he went to CD Projekt Red and was like, I just want a once-off fee, couple millions, and you guys can do whatever you want with the rest of the IP. He didn't believe it was going to turn into what it has turned into. And then he tried to sue, but he still lost, and they didn't give him any more money. And then uh, Netflix wants to make a TV show, and he was like, you know what? If the games was such a banger, there's a good chance the series is gonna be awesome. So he's like, yeah, I don't want the once-off money. I want like proper royalties for every dollar that you guys make on this. And the series is bombing. So he backed the wrong horse. Again, the horse analogies. He backed the wrong horse.
What is up with you and all
Um,
these damn horse analogies? God damn.
uh, club. Welcome, Oshus. Welcome in, bruv. All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's go back to some sports. Ham, Jeannie Buss says she wants to retire LeBron's jersey after he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Thoughts?
Dumb.
Why is it dumb?
Because I just don't feel like he's done enough for that franchise for it to be retired. He's won one championship. Like, how many plays? How many? I mean, come on. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say the same
You
thing
know,
about
I was
Dirk
with you.
Nowitzki, right? Because Dirk only won
Nowitzki.
one. Whatever. Nowinski, whatever. Dirk
No.
only won one championship. So I don't care what you
Yeah.
have to say. I don't care about your English grammar, talk, bullshit, whatever you want to do to slow down on
It's
whatever
not
I'm trying to
English.
say.
It's German. It's
Whatever.
German.
Whatever it is, look, just let me finish what I gotta say. You always want to stop somebody and say, "Oh no, say it like this. Say it like this." fucking the goddamn vocabulary police. Get the fuck out of here. But
Let's go to the
anyways,
super chats. No, super chats. Dron
yeah, fair
TJ, $5 super chat says, I like the show and I'm playing the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt game now. Microsoft should buy 49% of Square Enix and buy Sega fully. Buy 49% of Warner Brothers. Lord in heaven. This is terrifying because they have the money to do it. That's why I'm uncomfortable even reading that super chat.
I love that John
Oshus
TJ's going from show to show, and he is saying this same thing. Like I've seen him say a very similar thing on Boom
Oh my
Show just a
goodness.
little bit ago, and I mean respect.
Just
Because
copy and
he
paste.
is consistent. He is a very consistent gentleman. I
Putting
like
his money where his mouth is.
facts.
I think Warner Brothers would be perfect. Batman as an Xbox exclusive versus Spider-Man as a PlayStation exclusive. Let's freaking go. Oshus with the 99 Rand super chat. Thank you very much, brother. Says, lol, that super chat was for Henry. Dude needs to get a break. Dude, he already got a break. And this is where I find out that I might be a little bit more of a nerd than I initially assumed. Henry Cavill, months ago, this is not even something that's new or fresh. Months ago, Henry Cavill was given the rights to um, Warhammer. He's making movies, he's making TV shows in the Warhammer universe, maybe video games. Essentially, what DC did with James Gunn, where they took the entire like universe or IP and they were like, here you go, do whatever you think is necessary. They are doing that with Henry Cavill and Warhammer. So trust me, he got more than just a break. He got paid by Netflix, threw up them dubs. He went to Warhammer and they paying him big bucks and he's doing something that he loves. So good times. Oh Lord. Drawn TJ with another super chat. $10 super chat says
Gonna be one of them
buy
days.
war. It's yeah. It sounds like it. Now I'm just waiting for the rest, like everyone to come. Silent Cipher, Mr. Joanna Dark, etc. I'm just waiting for the rest of the crew to jump in. Drawn TJ says buy War Gaming. They own Day One Studios that made Mech Assault. They are worth 1.5 billion cheap. And by Splash Damage, they made Gears Tactics make Transformers crossover with Mech Assault. Drawn TJ, do you work for Microsoft? Tell
He's
us
a
the truth.
goddamn savage
'Cause
right now.
this dude sounds like he's got a plan.
I
He
know,
sounds
right?
like he gets paid. He sounds like he gets paid to pitch Phil on a daily basis, bro. If I have the check, I'm signing off on a couple of these. Drawn TJ, bro, I'm screenshotting these and I'm sharing them. Richie
Especially
says,
that $10 one. That $10 one was nice.
that one is
That
hot.
Mecha Assault
is...
Transformers mix. I mean, bro, if you can't get behind that, I don't know what else to say. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah. That one's hot. But yeah, Ham, going back to your point, you were talking about why LeBron hasn't done enough to get his jersey retired.
Not at the Lakers.
And you were saying that Dirk Nowitzki makes sense.
Well, Dirk, in my opinion, Dirk made it a point to have his whole career at the Mavs. I don't know. It just, to me, it just wouldn't feel right. Like, I'd rather have his jersey retired in Cleveland than in LA.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
But you know
tell me too much.
You know how LeBron is competing. You know how LeBron is competing with Jordan.
Yeah.
LeBron's ultimate goal, and this is something even Pat Riley has also confirmed, that Miami, but this was years ago, he said Miami will retire LeBron's jersey. I think this is going to be one of those things that LeBron also hangs up there, like, hey man, I've got my jersey retired 3 different places. You know what I mean? The same way he's going to say that he won championships in 3 different places, he can also say, I got my jersey retired in 3 different places. But I would like to talk specifically about like how I see it as a Laker fan. I was with you when you said that he hasn't done enough to have his jersey retired, and then I was listening to the Laker podcast a couple of days ago, and they said something that was very interesting that I didn't think about. There's so many Laker legends that didn't win championships, and they still got their jersey retired. Jerry West went to what, nine finals. Zip. And they call this guy Mr. Clutch. This guy went to like 8-9 finals and he couldn't close the deal. And his jersey's retired. So for me, when all that context was explained, I just, and you know I don't like LeBron, but I think he's done enough to get his jersey retired because he did the main thing that is expected of every Laker since Magic, or every superstar Laker since Magic, which is, if you come here, you better get a chip. He got the chip. And then you look at the context. Before LeBron came to the Lakers, we had gone 6 years without winning it, without going to the playoffs. Before those 6 years, between the time we left Minneapolis, which was in the 60s or 70s, until then, we had gone a total of 6 years without going to the playoffs. And then Kobe retires and we go 6 years with no playoffs. So he has done enough, in my opinion, to get his jersey retired. I feel sick saying it, but it's the fair thing to say, if I'm being fair.
Yeah, I don't agree because his impact
Uh,
is just not as big to me as like a Pau Gasol, a Kobe Bryant, a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a Magic Johnson. Bro, no. I just don't agree. The only and I like what Matt said in the chat that this is the only thing that I agree with is having his name in the rafters would be a big deal.
Yeah.
It'd be a big deal for
like,
people coming to visit, coming to check it out. Oh, there's LeBron's jersey in the rafter. But to me, it's just like his jersey's in the rafters partially because of what he did other places, not exactly what he did at the Lakers.
But that's not Ham.
That's to me that's kind of
this.
lame.
But Ham, time is unrelenting when it comes to the little details. No one remembers the little details. In the long term, no one's going to remember that KD did like one of the biggest bitch moves by going to the Golden State Warriors.
So should the Thunder, or better yet, should the Suns retire KD's jersey for what he did at other places?
No. If KD wins a championship for the Suns,
if he wins one championship there, if
yes.
he wins one championship there, you think
yes.
he deserves to have his?
Yes.
See, I think that's.
Yes.
I think you're saying yes to just prove your previous point. You don't really believe.
No. I think winning a championship, dude, as the main or the second guy, I think just one championship, and you are the main guy or the second scoring option. Just there, you're done. Your jersey's retired.
Yeah, then let's throw AD's jersey up there while we're at it.
Who?
Anthony Davis. Let's throw his jersey up there while we're at it.
Oh, definitely. He's definitely getting retired up there.
Yeah,
no
let's go ahead and throw that up there.
Yeah. That's definitely what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. John TJ says, I would love to work for Phil Spencer. Also said, what crossover would you want Xbox to do? Thanks for the super chats, John TJ. Crossover, Ham. What crossover would you want Xbox to do?
Crossover that I'd want Xbox to do.
Okay, here's an easy one.
No, I thought of one, but I just wasn't sure if I liked it. So go on ahead. Go on ahead with yours that you said is the easy one.
I don't know how they'll make it work, but if Xbox can make a game with Doom Guy and Master Chief, like, what else do you have to say? Make a first-person game, make it co-op if you have to, and then put the main two characters as Doom Guy and Master Chief. Figure out all the other stuff, and it's done. It's over. No discussions to be had. Go ahead, Am.
Yeah, I'm looking at my games, and the first thing, this is weird. The first thing I think of is like Prototype and Crackdown mix.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
Prototype already cracked out. It looks. It doesn't sound fun.
And that's just the first thing that comes to mind. Like, I want to sit and cook on it. So I'm gonna come back to that one.
Yeah,
this is the first one that comes to mind. But I like that question.
Says Halo. Osha says Halo on Switch. The Switch would catch fire. Rachie says Doom Guy and Master Chief. It's called Fortnite. Yeah, but there's no real campaign in Fortnite. And it doesn't. There's no. Nah. Sorry. It nice reach, but no, doesn't really fit in my opinion. All right, Ham. Lastly, Jaylen Brown, 27 years old, has agreed to a 5-year, $304 million Supermax contract extension with the Boston Celtics. First off, do you even know who Jaylen Brown is?
No, not off the top of my head.
I think that in and of itself, well, how can I put this? It illustrates how crazy the money is getting in the NBA. Everyone's getting paid. It makes no sense. Jaylen Brown is nothing special, bro. Dude averages 26 points a game. And people that don't avidly follow the league don't know who he is.
You know what?
The
I got a better
hell?
one now.
What? The crossover.
Yes. And this is going to be
Okay.
insane.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, man. So, a action where you're kind of playing guitar, but due to due to your combination is how bad you're messing things up. And my crossover is Doom with Guitar Hero.
Oh, okay, that could work.
And literally just having a bunch of what's that dude's name? God damn it. Forgetting the composer for those games.
Mick Gordon.
Mick Gordon, thank you. And literally just have a
That's not
bunch
going
of
to work,
different Mick
though.
Gordon hits for
That's not
different
going to
levels.
work.
Oh man, that'd be insane.
You
I
know
don't
why
see why
that
that
why
wouldn't
that
work.
won't work? Because Mick Gordon has a real beef with id Software. Like beef, you know? Like real problems, legal
That stinks.
problems. Yeah. Remember we even discussed it on the show, bro. That's it's never going to happen. Well, it might happen, but as it stands now, with the
Money
people
changes
in leadership
everything.
now,
Money changes
yeah,
everything.
but and yeah, yeah, yeah. If Microsoft pays enough, maybe it can work. Madlax Game says man can't dribble left and got paid 300 million. That's true. In the playoffs, he got exposed. Ham, the dude has no handles. He has no handles. And they just paid him 300 mil. When I talk about no handles, I'm not even talking about Kyrie or Iverson. I'm talking about bro can't dribble like 5 feet to the left. Or he's going to lose his dribble or the ball's going to get stolen. That's how bad it is. So that's wild. Whew. Medlax Game says, yeah, Mick and Id hate each other right now. Yeah, it's not. It's not a good situation. All right, let's get into the news. Thank you to everyone for sticking through the entertainment section of this one. We just like to discuss other stuff besides gaming, but let's get into the meat and potatoes. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart sees PlayStation's third worst Steam launch to date. This is from GamingBolt.com. Insomniac Games' action platformer Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart became available for PC last week, though players don't seem to have flocked to the game right out the game. This was badly written. Anyway, as per SteamDB, on the day of its release, the game saw a peak concurrent user count on Steam of 8,757 players. That makes Rift Apart PlayStation's third worst launch on the platform to date. It slots in above Returnal, which is 6,691, and Sackboy, which was 600. Damn. Sackboy only had 610 people, and below Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, 10,000 and something. Ham, what's your
Man,
takeaway from this?
it's just tragic. And see, this is why not releasing day and date on another platform is stupid. And I've seen some people argue that like it's still a new game for PC, and I'm just like, no, it's not though. It's not. Like it's a new game for like a it hit the platform, sure, and it seems new because it's on a different platform, but like in my opinion, if you can go on YouTube and see walkthroughs from like 30 different people, 40 different people or whatnot, and you see a bunch of people talking about it, and you look at you look at when it was published and it says like a year and a half ago. I'm sorry, but it
Yeah.
just ain't new. It just ain't new. Like that new car smell has been long gone. You know, like the people that really wanted this that couldn't go without it, sure they bought a PlayStation and played it. But then the rest of the folks, and especially for PC, in my opinion, if you're expecting $50 from the jump for a single player game on PC that is kind of cartoony, then you're expecting a lot, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I mean, I know the quality for Ratchet and Clank is there. It's a fantastic game. I beat it myself. Was it too short? Sure. Do I have my own gripes with it? Sure. But am I surprised that PC people aren't like running to the store to pick this up? Not at all. Not at all.
I have some pushback, though.
The most exciting thing about this whole drop was people testing it to see if it'd run on another hard drive. That's not
the
good.
actual game itself.
That's not good. When that's the most interesting thing is to prove PlayStation right or wrong, has nothing to do with the game, then to me that is kind of telling that this game isn't going to be the most sought after. It doesn't have the IP pool like a God of War or a Spider-Man does. It's a lovely game to a lot of people, but I just don't know how you're going to convince people that may not even be Ratchet and Clank fans to go out and run and spend $50 for this on their PC when you can get games like Gotham Knights, which love it or hate it if you want, but you can get that for like $18 off of a Keys site. You know what I'm saying? You can get big budget games for like around $20. So people are looking at Ratchet and Clank and they're like, yeah, looks good. I'd like to play it, but not for $50. Maybe on sale or something like that. And then you're launching next to literal new games like Remnant. Starfield's right around the corner. And then there's all these subscription services out here like EA.
Armored Core is doing numbers on Steam. People are really excited for that one.
I'm just saying the amount of choice that you have for a platform like PC, waiting a year to put a game out on there, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you're expecting to make a quick buck over there. You gotta do day and date on that, in my opinion.
All right. Okay, Ham. All right.
I know it's hurting you. It hurts, but you know, it is what it is. It's
not hurting me. It's not hurting me.
All right. Tell me yes or no. Tell me yes or no. Is that would have that sold more if it came out the exact day that it launched on PlayStation?
Of course. There's no doubt about it. I'm not even arguing. Does a game get like more player retention or engagement if you put it on that platform day one versus a year or 2 or 3 years later? That's not what I'm arguing.
2 years later right now.
I'm arguing. It's fine. I'm arguing the logic of looking at peak concurrent user count on Steam. Because peak concurrent users, in my opinion, is only valid for MMOs or stuff like COD, right? Where you have to be online and engaging with the game online all the time. I think, and this is not me defending Ratchet and Clank. I've never even played the damn thing, right? I'm one of the the 100 and something million people that are on PlayStation that did not buy this game. But I'm just talking about my issues with the logic. I think peak concurrent should only apply to those types of games. Single player games, this doesn't tell us that people didn't buy the game. People probably bought the game. There's probably millions of people that bought okay, maybe not millions, but
Stop
there's a lot of people that bought the game. Okay, maybe not millions. It only sold 1.1 million on PlayStation. It I think it would make sense to say it will sell less on PC, but it will still sell. My point is, I don't think that we should use peak concurrent user count as a metric to say whether a game is successful or not, especially if it's a single player game that can be played offline. Can we agree, Ham Solo?
I think it's fair to use that. No, we can't agree. Just to go ahead and throw that out there. Because I'm looking at it like, yo, this just launched. So this will be your height. This will be like that first punch that kind of lets you know where things are going.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The part I agree with you on is, yo, they could make a bunch of sales later. Possibly.
Maybe even now, bro. No,
but but see, I don't but see, I don't agree with the now part.
Hold up, bro.
Because no one's buying these games for $50 and just sitting on it.
Why not?
Are you? Are you, Loke? Are you gonna spend?
I've done it a couple of times.
I don't care if you've done it a couple times.
Yes,
are you?
I've done it.
Is that what you intend to do when you buy a game? I don't think so. Uh-oh. Loke is glitching out right now. I can't even understand what he's saying. But anyways, yeah. No,
God damn it. Hold on.
Game,
wait, I'm back.
Yep, you're back.
Hold
What's
on.
up?
Hold on. I was saying I did it with Dead Island 2, and I also got that game that you were hyping up with it's a first person game where you're parkouring in a city and there's zombies and stuff. What's it called?
Dying Light 2?
Dying Light 2. I got those games like the first few weeks that they were out. It was still full price. I just didn't get to play them because I was playing Cyberpunk and other stuff. So I'm just saying, until we get the proper sales numbers, oh god, Matt says PlayStation shutting that pony down. Settle down. My point is, until we get the proper sales numbers, I don't think it's fair to use concurrent user count on single player games. Welcome in Infinite Umbra. Welcome, says what's good, fellas. Go ahead, Am. Does my logic make sense, or you still disagree?
No, I see what you're saying, and it's not like crazy off or like wild, but I do think that, yo, if this game just came out and you're having low users already in those kind of numbers for concurrent and whatnot, I just don't expect there to be this influx or like insane amount of purchasing that's just under the covers that no one's seeing. Like I don't buy that. No one's like buying this and putting it in their stocking for Christmas later on, saying that's when we're gonna show our faces. We'll be concurrent by Christmas, I promise. Like no one's doing that.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree with you that. Mass Soul 1977
Please
just
don't
added
say
me
that
on
slow
Xbox,
again.
and no, I will. I'm not gonna say it slow.
Just say Massol. Just say Massol.
Okay, Massol added me as a friend on Xbox, and I accepted. Just yeah. Mass, I just wanna break it down to you. I am a gamer, but I live in Mozambique. So my hours, right, that I'm on Xbox, probably not gonna mesh well with yours. But hey, man, if we bump into each other, just invite me into a party and we'll chat. Just don't
I
try
just
and play
got a
Street Fighter or
developer.
Tekken with me.
I just got a
Go ahead,
developer
Ham.
to agree to be on a show behind them six. I'm stoked. His name is
Yo, plug, plug, plug.
Zahid Ali Jalani.
Okay.
He is a solo dev of Enenra Games, and he has a bunch of
Okay.
different like things that he's working on. If you like check out his YouTube, you can see him working in Unreal Engine 4 currently. But the stuff that he's doing in the game
Mm-hmm.
looks amazing. So, and I've been seeing people tagging him and stuff like that and whatnot for the game that he's trying to work on. So, I had to do a little research in the background to make sure that he's a real person. You know? But yeah, he is, and hopefully you guys will see him coming up in like the next month or month and a half on the show, because I schedule everybody about
Nice.
a month out.
Noise. Noise. All right. Ham, are we good on Ratchet and Clank and we don't have enough information to say it's been a failure, or you want to still keep going on this one?
No, it failed.
No, it didn't. We don't have
In,
enough
in my
information.
opinion, the way that Sony looks at this stuff, it failed.
Okay, so I did a quick how can I put this? I did like a quick Twitter, let's call it Twitter math, right? So they said that Ratchet and Clank sold 1.1 million reportedly. 1.1 million if they sold the games at $60, we're talking about 66 million. I'm not sure that that's a profit. It was a profitable game.
It doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it doesn't. The problem is they also don't share like dev costs for games, because then I guess that would also expose them to like people making fun of them or whatever. But yeah, it doesn't. I don't think this game made money for Sony, and that's disappointing, because I think games like Ratchet and Clank need to exist. We can't have every game being a The Last of Us clone. You know what I mean? Oh
Okay.
God. Madlife Game says you should get Hassan from Blue Box.
No
Now
thanks.
that's a real person.
After seeing the interview between
Okay.
him and Colin, I don't really think I got time for that, because that was rough.
Colin who?
Colin Moriarty.
Moriarty.
Yeah. He did an
Really?
interview with him, and bro, that interview was cringy.
Mm.
Talk about a lot of nothing being said.
Right. Right. So unfortunately, I would like to communicate to all the TSWS fans, I'm sorry. We will never be having a son as a guest on the show. That's unfortunate, because everyone's looking forward to Abandoned. It's going to be Game of the Year in the year 2000 and never. Next topic. Ham Solo, it's been 2 years since Netflix started experimenting with games. What has been your biggest takeaway from Netflix delving into the gaming industry? And also, what's
Um,
been your favorite game that they've released since
oh,
they
stop it!
started?
I don't know not one game that they released. Stop. Slowly but surely
What was
is
their
the way.
banger?
I don't know, Look, I don't know, but I'm telling you that I'm not crazy excited, but they're moving slowly but surely, and they've made some pretty decent pickups when it comes to like people to work on the games for them. Like Joseph Staten was a good pickup.
Okay.
You know, and from
And
what I thought they got a couple. I thought they got a couple people from over at PlayStation as well over there. They're in building mode right now, so like I don't want to like judge what is like not really available quite yet, if that makes sense.
okay, so you haven't seen enough to make a deduction
Exactly.
on. on Netflix. Well, I've seen it. I haven't seen enough, but I definitely do have thoughts
You've played
on
some
Netflix.
Netflix games. I know you have.
I have, I have, and I can definitely say that for for like lower income countries, they're doing damage. There's a lot of people like in first world countries that barely even use the game section of Netflix games. But almost everyone I know on this side that has Netflix plays the games incessantly. They have favorites, they have games that they hate, and that's because Netflix offers people games that aren't gotcha games. They're not gotcha games, you know? They're just games, no $5 here or $10 here, or $2 there. It's just honest to God games. Sure, they're not as deep and immersive as your first party games, but then again, not everyone can afford a PS5 or a Series X in low income countries. So my takeaway is that Netflix in like the third world is definitely going to is definitely making things happen. And Xbox and PlayStation better watch out because cloud is not gonna is not it's not gonna work right now. And when it does, it's probably only gonna work like in the States and Europe and parts of Asia. The rest of the world, you're gonna leave that open to your Netflix and even Apple Arcade. Because Apple Arcade has proper games on it, Ham. I'm not talking about like cash grabs. They have proper games. There's even a Zelda-like game on Apple Arcade that looks very nice. If I was crazy enough to get an iPhone, I'd be playing the crap out of it. But I like Android, so here I am. Matt Likes Game says, put in perspective, Remnant 2. Oh God. We will get into that, Matt. We will get into that. Why So Serious says, wait, Netflix has games. Yes, they do have games. Sapo, it did release. The actual game was abandoned. Oh Lord. That's
Yep.
that's messed up,
Yep.
Sapo. Don't
Thanks.
at least come in saying hi or something. Coming in straight with the salt.
No, I love it.
Jeez.
That's the way you need to come in here every damn time. Do your thing.
Yo. Why so serious? Yes, it's Ocean Horn. That's the game. It looks very nice. Very, very nice game. Um, so yeah, that's my takeaway on Netflix gaming. The only people that can sleep on Netflix gaming is people in first world countries where consoles like the Series X, S, the PlayStation, and even the Switch are very readily available, and there are incomes that can handle those platforms. Because it's not just buying the PS5; you have to consistently be able to buy the games. Whereas your Netflix gaming or your Apple Arcade gaming it's your phone, and once you sign up to the subscription, you have access to all the games. So again, the subscription model it's continuing to like have life. So for everyone on the Sony side that's talking about subscriptions are bad, I'm sorry, man. It's bad for you, bro. It's not bad for everyone else.
That's a
All
fact.
right, let's move on. The next one is Assassin's Creed Mirage. So we Assassin this is from Game Rant. Assassin's Creed Mirage is expected to have a shorter playtime compared to recent installments, 20 to 24 hours to complete. Ubisoft's decision to take a break from Assassin's Creed Valhalla has allowed it to plan a long-term direction for the franchise, with 11 Assassin's Creed titles currently in development. So let's dig into the first one. 20 to 24 hours just to complete the game. So maybe if we talk about like completionist run, maybe 30, maybe 40 hours. How do you feel about 20 to 24 hours to complete a game, Ham?
I think that's awesome. I think
Is
that's like the
is that
sweet
still
spot. I think that's the sweet spot.
is, Still worth $60?
Yeah, absolutely. To me,
Mm.
to, to me, as long as they put in enough effort in all that, in all the rest of the spots, then that's around, I mean, 20, 25. Like, they do anything between 20 and 30 hours to me is like the sweet spot. I feel like once you get above 30 hours, then it better be, it better connect really well, right? Or give you the opportunity to make your own story. So RPG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, and then under 20 hours, you're starting to wonder, well, this game better pop fairly quick. It better have a lot going on and not waste my time for
Vampire
10 hours
Survivors,
and
for
then be 10
example.
hours good. Oh, stop it. No, Vampire Survivors was phenomenal in and out. Like, I loved that game. Um,
No,
I
I'm
like, I don't
saying
even,
technically you could finish it in 2 hours. Technically, you can
how?
finish it in 2 hours if you're crazy good.
I
No
mean,
one's that good. Well,
I'd need to
actually, there
see
are people
that.
that are
That
good.
sounds insane.
Dude, there's a
But I
dude
think
that beat Elden Ring without being hit once, playing on a freaking, was it a bagpipe or a flute or something? He was playing a musical instrument as the controls, and he beat Elden Ring without being touched by any enemies.
okay, so are we comparing people that beat the game in crazy styles to how long it takes to beat a
No,
game?
no, I'm just saying that technically it is possible to beat Vampire Survivors in 2 to 3 hours. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, I'm talking about normal people that play games normal ways, not
All right, all right, all right.
freaking maniacs that literally just beat the piss
Oh
out of
yeah, yeah.
games and
It was
find exploits to take
it was a
advantage of. Like,
saxophone. It was a saxophone.
that's freaking insane.
Thanks, also
Did you get
serious.
John TJ's?
Yeah, I'm getting into it. John TJ, thank you for the super chat, bro. You're the MVP again, again. With Tencent and others buying publishers and studios, who do you think Microsoft gets next? Sega or Square Enix or both?
Oh
Ham,
my
you go
god,
first, then
both.
I'll go second.
Or both. Oh
Or
my
both.
goodness. He says, okay, so publishers, who do you think gets next? Okay, so if you're just limiting it to those two, then I'd say Sega for sure. Square Enix, I don't think that's really
I disagree.
on the
I
table as
disagree.
much
And
as, no, I don't think
let's
so.
segue to that tweet.
I
Let's
mean,
segue to that
I
tweet
mean,
that shared.
unless
Sarah
Phil wants to
Bond.
be, unless Phil and team wants to be an absolute demon. Like, if they are on
Yes,
demon time in
yes.
the demon year of demon 2000
Yep.
demon, then I
Yes.
swear to God, I don't think
Put up the
they're doing
tweet,
Square
Ham.
Enix. Oh my
I
God.
DM'd it to you. I DM'd it to you, Sarah Bond, and you even responded to her. Sarah Bond said, "Advance the line" when someone said, "Hold the line."
Oh yeah,
So
advance the
I'm
line,
just
but goodness
saying. So I'm
gracious.
just saying, if you're gonna do something wild, something ratchet, that's what you would do. If I was in Xbox's camp and I was like, how do we advance the line? Because Sega is essentially like buddy buddy with Xbox, the same way that EA is. So they're not worried about acquiring those two. I would sit there and be like, guys, let's get Square right now. Let's do it. And
Nah.
then you know what I would do? You know what I would do,
Square
Ham?
Enix is
You know what I would
trending
do?
down, in my opinion.
No, you know what I would do, Ham? After that, after acquiring Square, I'll be like, Final Fantasy 7 episode 2, like the second half, Xbox exclusive. Boom. That's what I do.
Nah, man. I mean, I see now I'm thinking of it personally. Like, I have nothing. I like there's very little that I'm interested in at all when it comes to Square Enix. Not very interested at all. So
Ham.
if you're at
Ham.
man, I don't know, bro. Like it just I don't get it.
Look at it this way. Look at it this way. And this is something that a lot of people don't
Thank you,
understand.
Sour Blow.
Oh God, sour blow. It says another bad take, not square. Ham. This is something a
Thank
lot of people
you.
don't understand about this. And that's why I think you and sour blow are missing the point. This whole acquisition war, it's not just about acquiring studios. It's about making waves. It's about
Oh God, he froze again. See, thank you to the Discord
it.
or
No,
YouTube or
I
whatever
didn't freeze
internet
again. Are
service
you
out there.
serious?
Get this rat bastard out of here with these shit takes. I don't like them. I don't want them. John TJ, why did you pay $5 for me to live in this situation as to where I got to answer to his dumb ass? Like, I ain't trying to do it. God damn. We got 16 people
Am
up
I
here.
still
Let's give them
freezing?
some damn respect. No, you ain't freezing, unfortunately.
Am I still freezing?
Unfortunately, no.
Let me finish my point. When
I guess I
Xbox
gotta
bought Activision,
take a break.
they didn't buy Activision because freaking Phil Spencer or Satya Nadella sat there and they're like, "Oh, I really like the Activision games." That's not what happened. What happened is they sat there and they said, "What's going to make boats rock? What's going to make people turn and pay attention to the green side?" And I'm sorry, man, Sega is great, but Square
Stop.
is not
Stop.
banging in terms of sales, but people will pay attention to Xbox when they get Square. But no, more people will pay attention to Xbox. More people. I'm not saying that they won't.
That's a fair take. People would be like, "Yo, Xbox is on one," but I just
That's ridiculous.
nah, man, no. I am not voting for Xbox to go out and get to go patch up another sinking ship that's worth a whole lot less. Like to me, that's just like at least with the purchase of Activision Blizzard, they have like
that's also another sinking ship.
It is, but it's so much bigger and grand, and they got big money coming in. They're still making records, like Square is having record disappointments. They're having record disappointments.
Welcome in, Hazardor.
I mean, yes, Hazardor, we need to cut this man's line. Like, get this dude out of here. What is he doing right now?
You can try.
Man, I can
do. So you're sticking with Sega.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I don't want no.
All right. Oh God, Drawn TJ, another super chat. Thank you. Says I'm petty.
Wow.
Buy both and Warner Brother. You know what, Ham? If Microsoft buys both and Warner Brothers, can we now start calling them a monopoly? Can we call Xbox a monopoly at that point?
Let's see. If they have Warner Brothers, Sega, and Square.
Yes.
That depends if that depends if Sony purchased anything. If they didn't purchase anything throughout this time, if Sony doesn't purchase anything throughout that time, then I'd say sure. Yeah, that would be very kind of very much a monopoly. But if Sony were to buy EA, then I'd be like, I don't think
they won't. They won't buy EA
or a Take-Two, or I'm just saying, like, well, we're giving out these just. Oh, come on, man! How are you gonna say not EA but take? Somebody hand me the hedge trimmers. I need to cut this man off.
I'm telling you, EA, Electronic Arts, is too close to Xbox. It's not just some random we just bundle with Game Pass the same way.
I'm sure a lot of people felt that way about. I'm sure a lot of people felt that way about Activision and PlayStation.
No, and let me explain why.
Okay,
Because
please.
so with EA, the Madden and FIFA games, they first they just put all of the old games on Game Pass, right? And then what they did was, I think it was 2020, they started a new model where the game gets released in November, right? The fresh Madden gets released in November, and then by February or March, it's on Game Pass. They don't do that for the other subscription models. They do it only for Game Pass. In the sports world, what happens with these yearly titles, and you know this because you also buy 2K. What happens with the yearly titles is the annual title has value until like 2 months before the next one comes out.
Pretty much when pre-orders go out.
Yeah, yeah. So for me, when you put your biggest money makers on the third console as soon as possible, but you don't put them on the subscription service for the console that makes more money, because there's more Madden players on PS, there's more FIFA players on PS. It would make sense if this was just about money. It would make sense if EA were to put that model on PlayStation, but they put it on Xbox. So first you have the sports titles that for some reason get prioritized as soon as possible, put them on Xbox only. And then you have all the other first party titles that are bundled into EA Play, that is bundled into freaking Game Pass. Ubisoft has a deal with Xbox and PlayStation, but EA, it's only Xbox. So for me, the way I see it, Electronic Arts and Xbox are almost inextricable. The way people see Square and PS, it's almost the same thing, except EA puts their stuff on Xbox's subscription, whereas Square does not put their stuff on Xbox's subscription, at least not like quickly, where the game is released in November 2023, by February, March 2024, it's already on the subscription model. So
Well,
that's
here's
why, personally, I don't see EA going to PlayStation. Go ahead.
well, here's why I disagree with that take that you just had. You're just like, oh man, but they're so, you know, like they're serving each other so well already, and this is why EA won't. Well, wasn't Activision doing that with PlayStation? Didn't Activision make Xbox pay more to get that to get Call of Duty onto their console, or else they wouldn't have even got it? Didn't PlayStation get like content and whatnot from Activision and it not even go over to Xbox at all? Did any of that stuff happen?
That was an easy move to make, even for Activision, because Sony owns the majority of the players for Activision's games.
But what you just said just kind of proved my point. They already
No,
have a ton of momentum there, but they got purchased by
exactly.
somebody else. You could say the same thing about
No,
EA. They got a
listen,
ton of momentum for
Ham,
Xbox, but they could get
Ham,
purchased by someone else.
here's the analogy. Here's the analogy, Ham. The dude that's paying all the drinks for the fine chick, it makes sense for the fine chick to leave with him, right? That's Activision going to PlayStation and giving PlayStation all the exclusive stuff, because that's where all or most of the Activision players are for COD. That makes sense. Electronic Arts has the same scenario, but all the good stuff they're putting on Xbox. Do you understand my reluctance to say that Electronic Arts will now then be open to joining PlayStation as like first party? Does it make sense now?
I hear what you're saying. I just not sure if I just
Okay.
agree with it.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying the behaviors. You hit it on the head when you brought up Activision and COD. You hit it on the head. It made sense. Activision's behavior made sense. Now, explain to me why EA is in the same situation in terms of player count is mostly on PlayStation, but we're giving all the breaks to Xbox. How does that make sense?
I mean,
Oh
that's
God.
a
Blow says Lok 7 don't know business. He knows about cow. What cows, dude? Anyways,
the
Drawn TJ
spotted
says Sony
ones.
can't afford EA or Take Two, maybe Ubisoft. I don't know. I'm not gonna be counting Sony's pockets. I don't know nothing about how much they have.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Mr. Digit says most Activision players outside of mobile are on PC though. Yeah, sure, but on console, where are they on console?
Okay.
Yeah. Raichi says Gabe Newell could buy the whole gaming industry, but the world government wouldn't allow that. Could Gabe Newell buy the whole gaming industry? That sounds like a lot
Steam?
of money, huh?
I mean,
Are you
Steam got them pockets,
I
so
don't
I
know.
mean,
Yeah, but
so
the whole gaming industry, Ham Solo.
Valve, I don't know, man. Valve got a lot of cash, bro. I don't know if they could do all that.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know how you purchase Microsoft. Or like we're not Microsoft, but
Yeah.
Xbox. I don't know how you take
Xbox.
Xbox from Microsoft. I don't see
They have
that.
to want to sell it.
I would see in this might bring up more questions than I'd like, but I could see Sony selling off
Okay.
before Microsoft sells off their brand.
Oh my goodness. Dude, put up a poll. Put up a poll. Who who is going to sell, who's going to get sold first? Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo? I'm curious. Damn. Drawn TJ says, Ham, I make the show spicy, lol. Sir
And he ain't
Experience says,
lying.
remember, Valve is not a public traded company. True, true. Whew, Ham, put up that poll. God damn, that's crazy. Who's gonna get sold off first? Classics of Cinematics, welcome in. Says Biggie once said, soon as you buy that wine, I sneak up from behind. Okay. All right. Why so serious? Microsoft can buy the whole yeah. Microsoft can buy the whole gaming industry for loud. Yeah, we know this. Why so serious? We all know this. Basic arithmetics, we know they could do it. But we're trying to prevent a monopoly here. Back from the Dead says PlayStation will sell out first, hands down. All right. Okay, so we already discussed the 20 to 30 hour completion rate for Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yeah.
Personally, I think this is a good one because I ain't got the time, man. Like I just told you, I've been grinding Valkyria Chronicles. I've got about 20 hours and I'm still grinding. I haven't even started the actual game. So yeah, I can get behind this 20 to 24 hour time to complete. The
I feel
second
like
one is
I feel like they
they have
killed two
11
birds.
Assassin's.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say
Go
real
ahead.
quick that I feel like they killed two birds with one stone with this because they're bringing back an older style on Assassin's Creed, which has been begged for. They're respecting people's time, which has been a problem with Assassin's Creed. So another
Yeah.
big thing. And then they just got done, or you just got done telling all of us that they've created this universe to last several games, not just this one. So
Yes.
the ability to respect people's time, give people the old style, and also have plenty of chapters available down the line, just like that's what we're talking about, Ubisoft. That's what we're talking about. That's what we want to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Reggie says PlayStation can't be sold. PlayStation is the core of Sony for now. For now. Oh God, John TJ, Amazon or
You might be
Netflix or
right.
Apple will buy Sony. I can see Amazon or Apple, not Netflix. That would be. Can you imagine the memes? I would have to get off Twitter for like a month. You guys always talking about I like Sony games because they're movies, and then Netflix buys PlayStation. Christ, that'll be it. That'll be the end of the world, man. All
Oh my god, you
right,
guys
so the
hit
second
that
part,
like button, share it out, let everybody know we live. We kicking it for a little bit longer.
yeah. Um, Ubisoft, like you alluded to, they have 11 Assassin's Creed titles currently in development. Ham, is this a good idea to have? I think it's different from having like a roadmap with 11 future titles, but 11 concurrent projects running at the same time. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's very it's very ambitious. I'll say that. But I mean, I think what they're trying to do more or less is instill hope to their fans. Like, yo, we got so much that we're working on right now, and we're about to hand you guys over this one. I mean, that right there, I mean, that's essentially saying, yo, you got coverage. Your insurance policy, you got good coverage for a hot minute. You're going to be good. So you don't even think about their missteps or misfortune. Maybe it's a little bit of, don't look at that article from a month ago or two.
Yeah,
look
it'll
at
be fine.
this.
Just
Look
trust
at this right here.
Yeah.
And I think that's all that they're trying to do is just have you hyper focus that they're working, that they're out here trying to produce something to make sure that you feel comfortable with their direction.
Speaking of their various projects, remember that side-scrolling Assassin's Creed game? No, it wasn't Assassin's Creed. It was Prince of Persia, right? The one with like the hip hoppy sound, and people were just confused about what was going on the screen. Remember? They did like a presentation of it. Do you remember the game?
When was this?
Oh man. Summer showcase or game fest or whatever. The Jeff Keighley thing.
Okay, and at what point are you talking about in particular? Like,
Oh
describe what
man.
you described at first again.
It was Prince of Persia. The protagonist was a black dude with like dreads, but it was like half his head was shaved off or something. And people were like, why are they playing hip hop sounds? Why is the OST, the soundtrack, why is it hip hop? And the dude is in like ancient battles or something like that. It was weird. It was weird. So I'm guessing that's one of the projects, not from Assassin's Creed, but from Ubisoft.
Mm.
Um, all right. Raichi says Xbox is a small fraction of its business. If Sony loses PlayStation, it can be the start of bankruptcy. Okay. Drawn TJ Ham and Loke, who do you think buys Ubisoft the red-headed stepchild? Lord in heaven. I think Tencent will get Ubisoft. They don't care. Tencent or what's it called? Embracer. Those two do not care. They just want to buy stuff.
I thought
They're like
Tencent
that
already
thief.
had a heavy stake in Ubisoft, don't they?
Yeah, but buying it outright. I'm guessing that's what he's saying. I think Tencent is like that thief. There's an analogy here in Mozambique. There's an analogy that says there's some thieves that will come to your house, take shit, and then figure out what they're going to do with that shit. But first they're gonna take it. Then they'll figure out what to do with it. I look at Tencent just that way. They buy IP, they don't even care. Like, how much is this worth? What are we gonna do with it? They just like grab it first. Is it ours? Okay. Is it worth anything? Like, what can we do with it? And if they figure out that it's crap, they just set it to the side and buy the next thing. That's how I see Tencent. So if I'm putting my money on anyone, I think it's Tencent. Or what about you, Am?
Well, I'm not putting my money on Embracer Group because they're hemorrhaging. And
Yeah,
I mean,
they're suffering.
um, yeah, I would have to say, uh, either Tencent. Let's not forget about NetEase. but
Oh yeah, the
but
Chinese.
PlayStation as well. I could
Mm,
really see PlayStation try to yank that away. I
oof,
well, and the
that
reason I
would be a
keep
good one.
saying PlayStation in these situations because I feel like their back is kind of up against the wall right now, and I'm expecting PlayStation to make a move that we aren't really used to seeing. We already seen the news with them talking about they hired somebody to make inorganic purchases,
Acquisitions.
yeah, or acquisitions or whatnot. So I'm expecting them to punch above their waist somehow, some way. I don't think it's going to be as crazy as a Take Two, but I could see Ubisoft, which is pretty damn crazy. Ubisoft or
Yeah, but it's
something
right up there.
along that line. Yes, it is.
I think it's right up there. Just like Xbox working with id, for example, and then maybe moving id to do some work on Halo. That is like organic. It's what would be expected in my
We're trying to
opinion.
shove
It
organic
makes
in
sense.
there somewhere, man. Just leave that out. Or this organic bullshit needs to stop.
That meme, that meme will never die. Okay.
Mm.
Matlax Game says to generate hype with hip young folks. Look, I'm old now. I'm the old guy for real. This guy.
You is
All
crusty.
right. Sure, whatever. Moving on. Final Fantasy 14 director reveals how many more expansions are in mind. The director of Final Fantasy 14, Naoki Yoshida, has plans for at least two more expansions after the upcoming Dawn Trail release. The story of the game will continue to expand after Dawn Trail, with the team scattering hints throughout previous expansions and adapting the length based on the audience reaction. New players can enjoy an expanded free trial that includes the base game, Heaven's Ward expansion, and now the Stormblood expansion with no playtime limits. More information on Dawn Trail will be revealed at upcoming FanFest events. Ham, what are your thoughts on Final Fantasy 14 continuing to get more expansions? And will you be at least trying it out when it goes to Xbox? Ham, you're muted.
No, I won't be trying it out on Xbox. I'm not interested in Final Fantasy. Um, so there's that. But dude, what the hell is up with this? Okay, there we go. Anyways, but as for the whole more expansions or
Man does
DLC
not
coming
care.
out to it, what's that?
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay,
this
so
man does not care.
no, I don't. But as for the expansions and DLC being added to it, this is what you do when you put an old game onto a platform for the first time. This is how you do it. I'm not a fan of Square Enix, but this is a smart move. You're bringing something over to a new platform and then saying, "Hey, we have more stuff coming to this game." That's going to make people excited.
Yeah.
I hate to
Yeah.
do this, but I'm going to go right back to Ratchet and Clank. You add that game, and there's nothing to be taken advantage of but the story that everyone's played already. I feel like if they would have dropped Ratchet and Clank and said, "Yo, there is going to be a new DLC to come out a month later," or just something to have you looking past what everyone just beat on PlayStation already, you'd be like, "Huh, that's interesting," because I could be getting not only just the regular game itself, but I could be, interested in seeing what this new thing is that I'll be able to jump in at the same time as the folks over on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Like this
Yeah.
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
14 game, it's going to launch and you're going to be able to play a lot of the same stuff that everybody's been playing already for PlayStation and whatnot. But when the new DLC drops, that PlayStation player is playing it at the same time you are. And that's just,
You
to
know
me,
what?
that's just more tempting.
Yeah. That's what I got from all of this. I was just like, you know what? I wasn't even interested at all. in Final Fantasy. But this news got me like, maybe I should try Final Fantasy 14 because there's space enough to give it a go and see if it's
Is Lo
really
gonna be
like
on a
my
Yoshi
thing.
P game? Is Lo gonna do that?
Is this is it, it's wait, is this the same Yoshi from Final Fantasy 16?
See, I don't know if he's the lead on this one because I know Final Fantasy has all these different things that's happening.
Directors and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if this is a Yoshi P game. I'm just kind of throwing that at you because I know
You know what?
you.
I will do my due diligence. I will do my due diligence. And if it is the same Yoshi, then I'm out. I'm out. I'll just figure out when I'll drop into Remnant, and then that'll be my comfort game until Tekken 8 comes out. Um all right. Well, so whoever's interested in Final Fantasy 14, enjoy yourselves. Have a good one. I will jump onto Final Fantasy 14 if I confirm it's not the same Yoshi that was saying black people aren't real. Anyway, next topic. Scalpers are selling Spider-Man 2 PS5 console bundles for ridiculous prices online. This is from GameRant.com. Scalpers are selling, while regular PS5 consoles are now readily available, supply issues in scalping continue to be a problem for the limited edition variants, like the $600 Spider-Man 2 bundle. It's unclear if there will be official restocks, so fans may have to buy from scalpers who list the bundle for around 1,000 US dollars or more. Ham, are you down to buy the
Hell
1,000
nah. I don't
dollars?
even want the regular one. I don't want that. I don't want that MSRP. I definitely ain't paying
God damn!
any
Not even the
scalp.
not even the 600 one.
No. Like, I don't want something that I could just take off, put my white plates on, and say, "Oh, it's just a regular PlayStation now." Like, I'm
Wow.
good. Like, it just like I was never really a big fan of this console bundle. Now, if there was like sweepstakes and it was like, hey, like this tweet and retweet it, and you could be,
That's fine.
you can get a free version. I'll do that. But
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna put
But you know what?
I'm not gonna put $600 towards that. Not a chance.
Damn. Wow. So never mind the 1,000. Not even the 600 one is worth it. Why so serious says same here. Damn. No one is feeling this one. Okay. All right. I, I'm also not feeling it. I thought Ham would be more receptive to it, but whew, tough crowd for PlayStation today. Tough crowd. Quick reminder: memberships are live, everyone. We have the $2 membership, and we have the $10 membership, and we continue to try and bring you quality content depending on which membership you go for. The $2 membership gives you access to all the emojis, as well as the chance to win the Friday $10 voucher for sweepstakes on the quiz time. The $10 emoji gives you the $10 membership gives you the same thing as the $2 membership, plus the pre or post video access to our behind the scenes chats with our guests, and sometimes it's just us just hanging out talking about the most spicy stuff in life. Anyways, moving on to the next topic. Baldur's Gate 3 won't come to Xbox before 2024, Larian suggests. This is from VGC. Writing on Twitter, Larian's director of publishing, Michael Dowse, seemed to imply that the issues relating to launching the game on Microsoft's platform may not be resolved until next year. This is a quote. We have quite a few designers working very hard to do what no other RPG of this scale has achieved. Seamless drop-in, drop-out co-op on Series S. We hope to have an update by the end of the year. In June, speaking to IGN, of course he was speaking to IGN. Of course he was speaking to IGN. Founder and
Yeah, of course.
creative director Sven Vinke also asked why the game is coming to PC in August and PS5 in September, but still doesn't have a date for the Xbox Series X and S. According to Vinky, the issue lies with with a Microsoft policy that requires games to have the same gameplay features on both the Series X and S. Ham, is it fair that the Series X is being held back by the S?
From what I seen in this article, it's just, they have only so much time to work on this stuff before they roll things out. And I mean,
Yeah, they don't have enough
it's
developers.
so it just kind of is what it is. I mean, that's unfortunate, but that is the way Xbox set themselves up for this generation. And if it's harder for some third party developers to get the game out
So
at the
you
same.
agree with their strategy that it makes sense to demand that the developers make games run the same way on the X as the S as well? As
Yeah, if
well as the
that's
S?
if that was the Xbox's plan to have things run parity, then
No, I'm not saying that that was the Xbox's plan. I'm saying, does that plan make sense to you? Are you okay with that plan? Because I think this is a bad plan.
it I'm at this time, yeah, I am okay with it because it's the route that they chose and there's no going back from now. So it's either
God,
be okay with it
God,
or I mean,
Ham.
what can I do in this situation, Look? What are you asking me to actually
It's
do?
not even about what you can do, bruv. If this was PlayStation, you'd be roasting them on a spit, even though you can't actually do anything about the dumb things that PlayStation do. Now Xbox does a dumb thing. You're not trying to roast them. You're just saying, you know what? There's nothing I can do. It's fine. If this is what they want to do, they can just go ahead and do it. No, dude, this is dumb. This doesn't make sense. This is wrong. There's a reason why the Xbox Series X costs what it costs, and the S costs what it costs.
Right,
Right?
there is.
Don't don't remove value from the X by trying to bring it down to the S. That's my point of view here. There's nothing I can do about it, sure, but I'm not going to sit here and say it's fine for them to essentially gate the X because of the S. It's wrong. They charged us 500 for one, they charged us 300 for the other. I personally think it would only be fair to tell the people that paid less to be like, yo, this is the price you pay for not paying the extra price. And for those people that paid more, this is the value you get for putting in more money. See what I did there, Ham? I did exactly what you would have done if this was PlayStation. But because it's Xbox, oh, if this is what they want to do,
I see what you're
there's
trying to
nothing I
do,
can do about it.
but what I'm saying is, I guess I guess if that's the way that you want to look at it, sure. But I'm just saying, like, if I was like, I bought a Series S, I bought a Series X. If I were to buy Baldur's Gate, let's say it came out today. If it came out today, and I bought Baldur's Gate, and I could play it on my Series X, but then I leave town to go on vacation like I am, and I take my Series S with me whenever I leave town, and I can't play it over there, then why would I be over here saying, yeah, I think that was a great idea for them to drop it over there because now I can't play it. So, Loke,
no,
I'm sorry, but I think this was a good idea to stifle it from being able to come out for.
So instead of being able to play it on and instead of having the option, right? Because we're always talking about Xbox. The good thing about Xbox is that they give you option, more places, more options for players to play. Instead of getting one option, right? Let's give you 0 options. And the 0 options is better than the one option. Seriously, Ham. That's where we're going with this.
Yeah, Loke, because I tell you what,
God.
having no, what you do, what you just what you just got done saying is 0 option. 0 option is putting it on the Series X and then not having anywhere else to play it. That's 0 option.
No.
Yes, that is.
What
That's
I said,
0
what
option.
I said is put it on the Series X. What I said the article says the game runs perfectly on the Series X. What I said is put it on the Series X now. Put it on the Series S when you can. Simple. Because right now, the reason it's not on the X is because they're trying to optimize the S. That is it. Or they don't have the people, they don't have the manpower to make it work on the S right now. So if it works perfectly on the X, put it on the X and let the S sit till next year. That's what I said. Let's go to the chat real quick. Ratchet says, yes, it was a bad plan. Maybe $300, 8 teraflops, 16 gigabyte digital console would have been better. John Wolf said, welcome in, John Wolf says 99.5% of developers are okay with the S. Like 3 devs have come out and said something. How come everyone else can figure it out? I think in this case specifically, Baldur's Gate, the scope is ridiculous. It's to the point where, remember when it came out, Ham, we had devs from different companies talking about the scope for Baldur's Gate is ridiculous, and we hope people don't take this as the new standard for RPGs. So I think for this point specifically, John Wolf, for this game specifically, John Wolf, it makes sense for them to do what they're doing. Richie, a $400 digital Series X would be way better than a. Thank you. Yes, I agree. John Wolf says, is it a bad plan that Nvidia releases a 470 compared to a 490? The game just scales down. That's it. Ham, I don't know anything about scaling. Would you like to respond to John Wolf's comment?
No. He's just asking you if it's a bad plan that you have 2 graphics card within the same generation and one is weaker than the other. That's simply what he's asking.
Oh, I don't think that's an issue. And also, I don't know if this example kind of fits because the graphics cards.
Well, the reason he brings this to point is because that's what the Series S is to the Series X.
It's just different graphics cards. Everything else in the internal infrastructure is the same.
I mean, teraflops. I mean, there's a few different things, but the same things with graphics cards. There's different components within it that make it stronger than the previous. I mean, not the previous, than the smaller version. But what I'm saying, Loke, is you're trying to tell me that Xbox shouldn't have did this when when this is falling onto the developers' problem, as they don't have enough people to get it figured out. They don't have enough manpower to get this done. And then you're saying, Xbox, why did you make this? Why did you make this product that the developers have to work a little more harder on to make sure that they got 2 parity things to give you? Why did you do that? And Xbox just says, you know what? It just is what it is. Get it done. So you can launch it on Sony quicker? Sure. Just make sure you get ours done together. Because like I just got done saying, I do not want to leave town, take my Series S, and know that I cannot play the same game that I can play on my Series X, but it's the same generation. Look, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So if you're asking if I'm okay with it, yes, because I don't want to have 2 different things that I can't play the same stuff on, but they're in the same generation. It just doesn't make sense.
All right. Why So Serious says, I would have grabbed a diskless Series X. I don't even use the Series X disk drive. Same. The Series X disk, mine at least, would have been full of dust if I don't clean it. If I didn't clean it, sorry.
Y'all don't play enough backwards compatible, or you guys don't buy enough backwards compatible games to throw in.
I don't
know. I mean, I'm just saying
I don't know where seriously.
I'm just saying, you ain't playing 50 Cent Blood in the Sands without a disc. There are very specific games that you ain't playing without a disc.
I don't know where Why So Serious lives, but where I live, we don't have places that sell old games or games at all, like physical games. I have to cross borders to buy physical games. So yeah, Go ahead, man. Throw the shade.
Are you telling me
JP,
that you wouldn't do that? Are you telling me that you wouldn't do that, look?
I wouldn't do what?
If
That I wouldn't do
they
what?
would you go somewhere to go get a game? Like I'm just asking you. Would you do that?
I'm. Oh, would I go to a store to get a game?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Physical game. Yes, I
Well,
would
then
do
what are
it.
we talking about?
I have. Be, we're talking about the fact that I read a comment out, and then you're talking about me and why so serious, like, you guys don't really care about backwards compatibility. And I'm like, I don't know
No, I'm
where
not saying
he
you don't
lives.
really care about it. I'm
The
saying that you
reason
don't
I
care to
don't do it,
grab discs for it.
no, I don't care to cross the border to grab discs for it. I
Well, you
don't
just
mind
said you
grabbing discs for
would.
it. Yeah, dude, what I'm saying is the reason I don't have games like Blood in the Sand and all that is because I can't afford to cross the border to South Africa every few weeks to buy games. I can't do it. It's not fiscally possible. And that's why I don't have games like Blood in the Sand.
All right,
We
moving on.
clear? All right.
I guess so.
Rachie says many underestimate how low 10 gigabytes of RAM is. My 16 gigabyte PC runs out of system memories with new games. This is without counting VRAM. All right, so essentially everyone's just going talking about how weak the S is. Crumpled Sin Skin, a dev from Larian Studios, was on Skill Up podcast, and he said the Series S does not hold the gen back. It just takes longer for the game because it's an extra SKU. Yes, Crumpled Skin. We've established that no one here is saying the Series S is holding the gaming back
That's
because of
I'm out.
the
That's what you said
internal
at the start of this
components.
question. You asked me if it's holding it, if
No,
you're holding the X back. You didn't. Come on,
no.
man.
I asked you if it's holding the access to the game back because the only reason this is happening is because Xbox said the game needs to all games need to come out for the Series X and S running at the same I don't know, frame rates and all these other metrics, right? And that's why Baldur's Gate's not coming out on Xbox. It's not saying that the Series S is weaker. It's just saying that the Series S is still being developed. The Series S version of Baldur's Gate. That's all it's saying. I'm not saying that it's weaker. The article is not saying that it's weaker. It's just another platform, essentially. And Xbox is saying, you're not finished making the Series S version, so don't give out the Series X version. And I disagree with that. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. John Wolf says, let's see what Loke says when devs start saying that PlayStation should leave the PS5 behind when the PS5 Pro releases. LOL. Why are you guys making us develop on few SKUs? LOL. Bro,
How about that?
John Wolf, I have to be honest with you. It would suck donkey nuts if they said that. But I still think it would be fair for the people that bought the PS5 Pro to get the value for what they purchased rather than charging people $800 for the PS5 Pro and then saying, "Oh, you're not going to get this game. The game's ready for the PS5 Pro, but it's not going to be released until we finish developing for the base PS5." That wouldn't be fair to the people that got sold the console. We would be on here, on the lowdown, trolling everyone that bought the PS5 Pro because that objectively removes the point or the value of that purchase, the PS5 Pro in that case. So, and that's what I'm arguing with the Series X. Because I got a Series X. I didn't get a Series X so I could worry about, oh, is this game okay to run on the S before I can get it on the X? I got the X because I want the cutting edge. That's all I did. And I think most people that got the X expected that. And it's unfair, in my opinion, for them to do this to the people that got the Series X. Even if it sucked for me. and the PS5 Pro had games that left the base PS5 back, it would still be fine because the people that bought the PS5 Pro are getting value for their money. Oh Lord. Mr. 7 Digit says, don't mind Loke. He puts Sony blinders on sometimes. Dude, I'm here defending Series X. I'm defending the Series X. I'm defending the Series X, but I've got Sony blinders on. Seriously.
Let his ass know.
Oh Lord. Sapo says, and yes, I want a PS5 Pro. Bullshit. I think the the PS5 Pro is wholly unnecessary. I think it's ridiculous. I won't be buying one. I'll wait until the next console comes out, and even then, I'm not even sure if I'm not just gonna get a PC. I don't know.
Here's the way I put it for the PS5 Pro. It's like, bro, like if I can't buy, and I don't know how this is going to be received, but if I can't buy, like, is there enough first party games from PlayStation to purchase to equal up to $500?
You don't even have to finish that sentence. No.
Well, then why are we making a pro console? Because y'all don't even have a
There's a sucker born every day.
I mean, that's the best way to put it, right? Look, there's a sucker born.
Ham, you know, I will say things like this, right? And then they will still call me a poli. I will say things like what I just told you right now, and they'll still call me a pony. The truth is, Ham, there's no necessity for a PS5 Pro. They will release one next year. It will sell like water in the desert. People are going to scalp the crap out of it. And people will buy from the scalpers. That's what's going to happen. And then by 2028 or 2029, when they come up with the next consoles, the PS5 Pro would have sold, I don't know, 20 million copies or units. That's what would have happened by then. It's ridiculous. But me personally, I'm not buying another Series X. I don't care what mid-gen refresh Xbox does. I'm not buying another refresh of Sony's consoles. I'm done with these refreshes. I did it for the Xbox One X. Did it for the PS4 Pro. I did it for the 360. It wasn't pretty. Nope. These mid-gen refreshes can fuck right off.
All of these refreshes and stuff like that are just pushing people to PC, in my opinion. It really just is. Because you're just telling people that what they just bought a couple years ago isn't good enough. That they need to upgrade. And what does a PC do? It tells you that, this game isn't, or is too powerful for the stuff that you need to upgrade. And if that's happening repeatedly, generation after generation, there's a generation then a mid-gen refresh. Generation, mid-gen refresh. Generation, mid-gen refresh.
You're kind of telling me, okay, pick a side, Pam. That's what they're trying to tell us. It's like, become the guy that only buys like the day one console, or become the guy that only buys the mid-gen refresh. That's it. But most of us are not going to be buying both times, like the refresh and the day one. No, most of us are not going to do that. That's crazy. Voidlock says if they made an Xbox or PS console that ran every 4K, every game 4K, 120 FPS, you wouldn't buy it. No, I would wait to see that it actually did that. Because
the problem with
it says 8K. My PlayStation box says 8K, bro. I ain't seen 8K this whole time. So it would need to come out, and then I would need to see Digital Foundry, IGN, freaking Colt Eastwood, Alex. Oh no, it's Alex. I would need to see a whole bunch of people that I trust say this does 4K, 120 FPS. Then I would go and buy it. And even then, if the scalpers had gotten a hold of it before I went to buy it, I'd be like, it's fine. I'll just wait for the next console. I live in Africa, guys. Waiting 3 years for a console, 5 years for a console, that's not a problem. Until then, the base PS5 is perfectly fine. Go ahead, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, 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 no. I was cutting you off. No, you're totally fine. No, my problem with and Void Luck, I appreciate you, brother. Member of the channel, dope, brother. But
Yeah.
with that whole ask of 4K 120, like PlayStation nor Xbox can promise that at all. A 4090 can't even promise that. So like
Yep.
I don't know what kind of upgrade you're going to do to make it that much more worth it compared to just going for a PC at this point. Like
Speaking
that
of going for PC, bro. Go ahead.
go,
Go ahead. Finish off.
no, I was just pretty much saying like I just like if you're promising 4K, which is a tall order of its own, and then adding 120 FPS to, and let's just throw a game out there like Ghost of Tsushima. That game looks phenomenal, 4K 60, but let's say 4K 120 for that game. I'm wondering how well just a 4080 or 4090 could run that game. Think about that, and then go to look at the price that it costs for just one of those GPUs. That's just the GPU. Just the GPU of a 4080, not even 4090. I think I can even go to 4070. It's more expensive than a PS5 entire console. So to promise those type of visuals with those type of frame rates is like insane. I
Dude,
feel like what Sony's
now that I
doing
noticed
instead.
it-
Let me finish this one right here. I feel like what Sony's doing
Go ahead.
instead is they see that their games aren't selling the best, but their consoles are flying off the shelves. So what are they doing?
Yeah.
They're like, you
Yeah.
know what? Let's just make some more hardware again. Because those are flying. The people are buying more hardware than they are Ratchet and Clank. They don't care about
God.
that stuff. They
Let's
want
not do
our
this again.
hardware. They don't
Let's not
want
do
our
this again.
games. They want our hardware. They want our cassette players. They don't want our cassettes. If you remember Sony
Yeah,
from way back
yeah.
in the day, the Walkman, everybody wanted the Walkman. Nobody cared about Sony
Yep.
music. Even though that had the Michael Jackson and stuff on it. Nobody thought about that.
That's fine.
Nobody thought about the IPs that was going into the tape deck. They just thought about the tape deck. So I feel like Sony's going to lean into that. And as much as we see these consoles, and me and you, Loke, and plenty of other people in the chat know that, yo, like, if you're coming out with a Pro, what is it really going to do? Because, I mean, as you just got done
Nothing.
referring to, Loke, 8K is on the console. You haven't even got to that yet. But you want me to
Bro,
buy a new
I was
console?
looking at it just now. It says 4K 120. Literally, that's what it says on the PS5 box. So
Mm-hmm.
it's fraud at this point. Can someone point me to the 4K 120 exclusive game? Someone, please. Casino says, I'm a PC gamer. I'm glad I skipped PS5. I might jump in on the PS5 Pro. Bro, just save your money. They're porting everything anyway. So don't even bother.
I say
Rain4G,
get a PS5 Pro if you are just not cool with PC. If you are just not cool with PC, because there was a point where I was like
Yeah.
that too, where I was just like, dude, I'm not getting a PC, not doing it. If that's still your stance today, then I say the PS5 Pro is probably a good buy. But as for somebody, if you're really that power hungry by this time, the way that they're showing us what's going on behind the scenes, it's just like, I don't know. And plus all the porting that's going on to PC that wasn't happening in the past.
yeah.
You know, I'd just say just go on ahead and get a PC at that point. Fuck it.
Drawn TJ with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Says Halo Infinite runs 4K 120. Yes, dude. It's been established. That campaign was mwah. We know. It's cool, bruv. Let's move on. Let's leave Halo alone. All right. Rain G4 said MJ
Oh,
put Sony on his back. Literally, yes. MJ was amazing. John Wolf, I'm PC first now. Never thought it would happen.
yeah.
Okay. We went down the rabbit hole. There's an interesting comment here by John Wolf. He said, "I wish they leased these consoles. The way they're going, the way they were going to continue releasing mid-gen refreshes. I agree. If they were going to continue releasing mid-gen refreshes, Ham, would you lease a console? No. Okay. I think it's a go ahead. Finish. Mhm. Yeah. Mad Likes Game says he can't hear anything. Your Something's changed in your audio, Ham. Matt says he can't hear you. Yeah. All right. While Ham gets his stuff together, man, I just want to say thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you for coming through and supporting us. Rachie says it's the sound of silence. Okay. All right.
There we go. I'm
Listen,
back.
for me, with all this talk, I just get reminded, like why I'm thinking about going full PC next gen. Ham, it's
Mhm.
about ownership. It's about ownership. I don't like the idea of I want to play MGS4. I need to figure out how to get a PS3. That's fine in places where like you live or in Europe or whatever. Around here, it's much harder. If I owned a PC, I could be playing the whole MGS saga whenever I want, forever. And that counts for all the other games in existence that anyone has ever bought on a PC. Whereas console, as soon as the Series X is over, there's no guarantee that the next Xbox, all the Series X games will be ported or you'll be able to play them on the Xbox Series Z or whatever they're going to call it. That's my main concern right now. It's backwards compatibility. John Wolf says Loke got tired of Ham standing up for Xbox, so he muted. I did not mute Ham. So did I mute you, Ham? That's not what happened. Please confirm that to the chat, bro.
Oh,
You're
100.
muted.
You 100%
Press the
muted me.
button on your mic,
You
bro. You're muted,
100%.
Ham. You're muted.
You 100% muted me. Yeah.
You're still muted. You're not muted?
Nope. No. You. Oh my goodness.
What the hell?
Okay. There we go. All right. There you go. You can hear me now too.
Okay. There we go.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
They heard me answer, and I said yes. You absolutely did mute me because you're a bum.
Ah! All right.
As Cozy
John Woo
would say,
says
because you're a fake
RPC.
gamer.
Lord. John Woo says RPCS3 plays MGS4 amazing look. get a PC for sure. Yep. Yep. I had a chat. I'm not gonna say with who, but someone that's like super into PC, and he's just like, bro, why? Why are you wasting your time on console? Just get a PC. And because of like my love for backwards compatible games, it won't be much of an issue in terms of like power. So I don't have to have like a $3,000 or $5,000 rig to play on PC. So PC can be like my retro game console, or my console where I get games that I know I'm gonna want to play 5, 10, 20 years from now. And then consoles can be like your I need to play this now platform. So yeah. Anyways, let's move on, Ham. Remnant 2 is already a big hit. So this one's for Matt. He was talking about it when we were talking about Ratchet and Clank. Remnant 2 sells over 1 million copies in a week, surpassing Gearbox's publishing expectations. The sequel offers
No,
more build
don't tell me.
variety.
So it sold over 1 million copies in a week. Man, Ratchet and Clank is down. Hey, remember that space, Matt? Ratchet ain't clanking. It ain't clanking. God damn. It's looking bad, bro. It's looking
You wanna let
bad.
me finish?
It ain't
Let me
clanking.
finish.
Ratchet ain't clanking.
All right. Can I finish him?
It ain't clanking.
Okay. The sequel offers more build variety, complex boss fights, new weapons, and refined mechanics, making it a critical success. Developer Gunfire Games plans to provide long-term support for Remnant 2. Go ahead. Now you can make all the jokes you want.
Oh my goodness. I that's all I had to say is Ratchet ain't clanking. Loke? That's crazy that this game sold that much in just a week. I mean, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Rangy 4 says Ratchet missing tools. God damn. What you gotta say about that, Loke?
First off, I just want to say, John Wolf, Afro Samurai is my favorite anime of all time. And you saying that I can just instantly play Afro Samurai, instantly play Metal Gear Solid, you're just convincing me more and more. Maybe next gen, just go full PC. Buy one of those pre-built monsters for like $2,000, $3,000, and just be done with it. About Ratchet and Clank, and what I want to add to
Uh-oh.
that
The horse
is
is here.
it's not Ratchet and Clank, it's Ratchet and Stank.
Oh
That's
shit.
that's the real way to go with it. As for Remnant, I'm getting real FOMO for this one. I wanted this game. I want it badly, but can't afford it right now. And I'm very happy that it's been so successful. And something
It's giving me
that I
FOMO.
read
It's
in
legit giving me FOMO.
yeah. And something that the developer said at the end, they said they plan to provide long-term support for Remnant 2. You remember how many DLCs the first one had? Usually when devs come out and talk about roadmaps and long-term support and all this other stuff, you just sit there and you're like, nah, I don't trust you. You know what I mean? With a lot of these devs, that is the natural reaction. With Gunfire Games, I'm sure of it. I am positive that they will support this game. So if nothing big comes out like in November or December, by then I think I would have finished Starfield at least once, like just the main story. And then I'll have to, obviously everyone's gonna have to restart and re-roll and do all types of wild stuff. But we're all going to focus on finishing the story the first time through.
Don't you have Remnant?
I think the first one, yes, I do have Remnant.
Oh, you don't have
The
two. I thought you
second
had
one,
two.
no,
Oh
I'm
no,
getting
you were
FOMO
thinking
'cause
about
I'm
it. You were thinking
yeah,
about getting it with that $50 gift card, but you just
yes.
It's crazy.
And
Do you still
no,
have the $50 gift card?
no, I spent $10 to buy Valkyria Chronicles, so I have $40 now on the PlayStation. Uh, the
There's
reason
plenty of
why I
games
didn't
over there.
get
Why don't you
it
buy
is
something?
I'm holding out for Spider-Man. I don't want to pay full price for Spider-Man. I'll just buy it and then leave it there for a bit. Mostly, if I'm being honest, for the remainder of the year, mostly I'm just gonna be on Xbox playing Starfield, Forza, Metal Gear. That's the truth of it. All right, that's the truth of it.
Xbox. You gonna be over there? Let's go.
Dude,
Let's
we're supposed to be
go.
honest here, right? We're supposed to be honest on here. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. So, yeah, I was saying if nothing big comes out around November, December, I think I would have gotten through most of those games. I would have played most of them and probably have some extra cash. So then I'll get Remnant, and then Remnant will be my comfort game until Tekken 8 comes out. I hope Tekken 8 doesn't come out this year, because if it does, then everything else gets thrown out of whack. Raichi says, Loke 7, you know very well we are all going to be sneaker archers in Starfield, just like we all did in Skyrim.
How the hell are you gonna be an archer in space?
Sniper. All right. Mr. Joanna Duck, let's go, bro. Let's go. But seriously, Raichi, I don't know what it is, right? I think it's because I'm bad at aiming. Every time I start a save in like a game that has shooting in it, I always end up maining shotguns. I like super buff up my health so I can take damage and get close, and then I upgrade all my shotguns and then just freaking blast everything. So whether it's Fallout, whether it's Doom, what other shooter was I playing recently? Damn it, I keep forgetting. Point is, I'm probably just gonna main shotgun. If I'm being honest, I'm not gonna be sneaking and doing sniping stuff or whatever.
No, man. I mean, I like the way that guy was talking about running and gunning, how he was jumping over everybody, and then just he was shooting mines out and just exploding. I want to be that person, man. But what I really want to see from Loke, and by the way, shout out to all of everybody watching right now. I see there's 24 people watching. We got about 20 likes. If you guys haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button. I appreciate everybody for coming through. We are organically growing, and I really appreciate you guys coming through to help us do that. But Loke, what I really want to see from you in Starfield, what I want to see them shared clips from you doing is running around space Tysoning the shit out of everybody.
Oh yeah, I'll do
because
that.
that's the first thing. That's the first thing you said when we were watching it. You're like, "Oh man, I love it, Space Tyson," and I was like, "Oh shit, that's pretty good."
Yeah, like I said, getting in close. So whether it's Space Tysoning with my fists or with the shotguns. Oh yeah, the other game I was thinking about Cyberpunk. I tried different weapons, but for me, I think it's because I'm bad at aiming. I always main shotguns. If there's guns, I'm the dude with the shotgun. So definitely, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know about them clips, Sam, because you remember Xbox is getting rid of the companion app.
Well, you can still get them onto your phone though.
Oh, so the one on the phone is still fine.
Yeah, your phone app will be fine. They're talking about for PC, the console companion app on PC.
Okay, that's cool then. Because you know, Xbox, the phone app recognizes the rest of Africa. Whereas if you try and get the PlayStation app to run, it tells you to move to South Africa, and then you become a real person in Africa.
Oh my god, you know? That's unnecessary to say.
Anyway, Raichi says, "I'm just happy to see Bethesda with good-looking combat and NPCs." Yeah.
What happened to your camera?
John Wolf.
You know you went off camera.
I did not turn it off. It went off by itself. Discord. As soon as you start trashing PlayStation, it goes to crap. Anyways, Ham, let's go back to Remnant. You know, every time we talk about Starfield, We go left, and then next thing, 20 minutes have gone, and we've lost control of the show. So let's go back. Remnant 2. Do you believe, as I believe, that they will actually provide long-term support for Remnant 2?
Absolutely. I feel like this is like their baby. So yes, 100%. I feel like they're super proud of this game. The only thing this game, in my opinion, was missing was crossplay. Everything else looks amazing, and I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit for not purchasing and getting it on it day one. But I can't lie to myself. I have so much to play as is. If I were to buy that, that's just kind of not helping my situation. But I am interested in it. The thing that I am going to be willing to step outside of the way, or step to the side and play, that is going to be new and coming out, and it's not Starfield, is Atlas Fallen. That game looks amazing. It looks like a old school God of War kind of game, or better yet, Dante's Inferno. It reminds me of that, but co-op. How do you not get those feels from the way the guy's running around, hitting people? I mean, bro, it's like the old school God of War, but just fresh, clean, looking great in the middle of a fucking desert. Instead of it being like, I don't know, like whatever mythology, it's in sand. I think it looks phenomenal. Game looks really good. Do you not like the way that game looks? Because the way that your face is looking is like I just like somebody just took a shit on it or something like that, and you're just not happy. Looks like somebody shit in your cereal.
Yeah, I'm not feeling Atlas Fallen.
That game looks amazing.
Yeah,
that's because it's not a movie. Yeah, there's a lot of gameplay in that. I know that kind of puts you off, Luke.
No, buzz off. I need to search, but I remember seeing something about it being a game that has like live service elements to it.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
Just that, just that it turns me off most games. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else, but I remember seeing something about that. As the show goes on, I'll keep checking. And the gameplay, I have nothing against the gameplay. Gameplay looks nice, but I'm not down for live service games. I'm sorry. If you're gonna do live service, do something like Remnant. That'll get me interested. Mr. Jenna Duck says Atlas Fallen looks like Darksiders. And I think it's ironic that everyone says I'm the Sony pony that just cares about watching movies and whatever, but I'm the one who's like, I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing. I'm more concerned about the gameplay aspect. I just find that so ironic.
You didn't just say that. You just said that you're concerned about the live service aspect. The gameplay looks fun. That's what you just said.
No. Yes, the live service, if a game has or does not have live service, changes drastically your experience, regardless of how the gameplay itself is. So it does play. It is part of the gameplay. If there's a live if there's a live service aspect, it is part of the gameplay.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see.
All right. We'll wait and see. All right. So we can give Remnant the TSWS seal of approval. Ladies and gentlemen, we highly recommend Remnant 2. Go out and get it now or even next year, and you can bet your bottom dollar it'll be worth your time. Not only for the base game, but for the various DLCs they're going to provide. I'm guaranteeing it as if I'm on the dev team, but I know they're coming through with some hot DLC for Remnant 2. So y'all have a good one on that one. Let's move on to the next one. Sony's first standalone PS5 sale debuts with an attractive price drop. PS5 consoles have, this is from our dear beloved IGN. PlayStation 5 consoles have
You didn't give
seen
me a
a
link to
first
this
time.
one.
I didn't.
No.
God damn it. Hold up. Let me quickly get into the DMs. Where's Ham? There's Ham. Let me send you a finger on top of that. I'm not just gonna. All right, there we go. Dude,
All right,
I
there we
did
go.
send.
I didn't see it.
All right,
It's
cool.
not on mine, so say what you
All
want.
right. PlayStation 5 consoles have seen a first-time discount dropping to at least 450 in the US, 400 pounds in the UK, and 460 in Germany, 460 euros. This new sale even offers a standalone discount, unlike the bundle deals we've seen before, making it an even more appealing opportunity for any gamers looking to pick up the console before Spider-Man 2 comes out. Plus, if you're interested, Dell also has the Xbox Series X down to $450 right now as well. Ham. Perfect timing for this discount. And is this a sign that the PS5 Pro is definitely dropping? Go ahead.
Do they have a timetable as to how long this is going to be available or when this becomes available? Did you read that?
There's nothing in the article. I didn't see it in the article.
Because to me, that's a big deal, in my opinion. Especially with Spider-Man having its own, thing. I'm wondering if they're doing like they're not doing this now, right? This is to come, or is this already out?
No, it's live. It's live.
Oh, so this is
It's
live
live.
right now. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
the
really
PS5 deal
interesting.
for the US is currently available at mono price. There's a chance other retailers like Amazon, Best Buy, or Walmart could follow up with their own deals, just like we've seen in other regions in this past week. Moreover, we also saw discounts on PS5 games, DualSense controllers, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so it's live already. It's live.
Oh, that's fantastic. Then I mean, that's a damn good deal. Take advantage of it while you can. That's for sure. Um,
Mm,
I'm not sure if this is a sign for the whole PlayStation Pro thing because this is a
mm-hmm.
sale. This isn't a permanent price cut because I feel like if it was
Yeah.
a permanent price cut, they would really like go out there to tell you that, and then you would understand. Oh, the PS5 Pro must be actually like coming out sometime soon or something. But with this just being a like a price cut for right now with no like specifics on when like I just feel like this is just a way just to kind of remind people that hey, Sony's out here. And plus I feel like they want to drive them console sales numbers as much as they can because they ain't driving up Ratchet's numbers. It ain't clanking. Remember, so so
Oh,
I mean they've been selling the hell out of their consoles, and this has been their best year yet. How could they make it even better? To drive it up even higher, put a sale on it.
mm-hmm.
So I think
Oh,
that's all they're really doing is just trying to hike up the numbers.
all right. Lady Foxfire, welcome in. Mr. Jonah Dark says he's enjoying Remnant 2. We're going to talk about Switch 2 and Pikmin 4 outselling Final Fantasy 16. I guess. Um,
Come on, look, why are you so?
The horse is here.
yeah,
You know that it is what it is. Look, you know what it
You know what?
is.
You know what? Let's address it. Pikmin 4 outsold Final Fantasy 16 in like
I mean, don't
10
sound
seconds.
so defeated while you say it. Look, say it with your
What's
chest.
defeated, bro?
Say it with your
It outsold
chest.
Final Fantasy racist. What I'm not
Yeah, say
hurt
it with
about
your
this.
chest. You sound a little
I'm good.
disheveled.
I'm not disheveled. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Well, I mean, to me, it's a little weird because Final Fantasy has so much history with it and stuff like that. Pikmin, correct me if I'm wrong, especially you in there, Mr. Joanna Dark, because you like to do that. But correct me if I'm wrong. Pikmin came out on the GameCube. So that history there is maybe like 20 years old to where Final Fantasy is like, what, 35, 40 years old now? So it's just, to me, it's a little weird that something with less history, but supposed to be like one of the big turning points for PlayStation's history, is down so much and something so new, because I feel like I've heard fans say before, oh, like Nintendo really relies on Mario and Zelda. Well, they ain't just relying on that anymore. They got others. Pikmin, Pokemon. Nintendo is just pretty much throwing it on the table, just letting it flop on the table and saying, y'all can't stop us. Our first party is too hot. You can use your third party all you want. You can exclusive it up, but it don't matter. We're doing this from in-house. And it's just insane. It's insane that a first party game from Nintendo, however you want to look at it, but is beating a third party studio. Take that into thought. How would you feel? No. Let me finish. How would you feel?
I can't believe you're gonna make me defend Final Fantasy racist, bro. Come
please,
on.
No. I don't even want to interrupt you now. Please extrapolate.
God,
I can't wait to hear what you got to say.
I hate you for this.
To defend this.
I hate
defend
you
it
for making me defend Final Fantasy racist.
Defend it.
You suck, dude. Final Fantasy is not a third-party game. It's a first-party game.
It's a third
Let's
party.
stop being disingenuous. Let's stop being disingenuous. And stop it. Stop it. Where else is it? Where
PC
is where besides PlayStation? Where is Final Fantasy 16?
Oh, 16.
Wait, Final Fantasy 16 is released on PC?
No. 16 isn't on PC yet. It's just
I'm talking about 16 because talking about the sales of 16 versus Pikmin 4.
Okay, fair. So if
it's a first party game, so stop saying third party.
It is third party though.
All right, so finish your point. Settle down.
It is third party.
Settle down.
It is. I'm sorry, it is.
In name only. It is third party in name only. This guy.
It's third party. I'm sorry, it is. Because you know what?
PlayStation won't buy Square for the same reason Xbox won't buy EA.
Okay.
It's practically the same house.
If it's first party, then did PlayStation pay for the exclusivity or not? Or did it just fall into PlayStation?
Of what?
Final
Fantasy. Of course it did. Dude, it came out in the trials that PlayStation paid the Square Enix not to put the games
So exactly,
on
it's third party. So I rest my case. It's third party. It's insane. It's insane to see the first party game of Nintendo, a bunch of little bugs running around, trouncing the third party realistic action game that is Final Fantasy. I'm sorry, to me it's just nuts. A game with that much history.
I don't think it's nuts. We just got done talking about Ratchet and Clank selling 1.1 million.
But that's first party, and we know that Sony's first party games don't sell like Nintendo. We know that, so we're not going to bring that into the conversation. But Square Enix has had games that blew up. Has had games that blew up big, or bigger than some Nintendo games have been. But it's been a long time. Exactly. It's just been a long time. It's just been a long time. And that's where the history thing kind of gets me a little bit. is because Pikmin's history is a lot shorter than Final Fantasy's history. So you would think by hearing those two names, if I were to walk to just some random person, I feel like, and say, which one have you heard of, Final Fantasy or Pikmin? I feel like more people would say Final Fantasy. But somehow Pikmin is outside.
Final Fantasy is the Batwoman of gaming. Remember how Batwoman, the show, would trend for days on Twitter, but then you'd go and check the viewership on, I think it was the Nelsons or something like that, Nielsen or whatever, and it's like 200,000 people watching. Barely anyone was watching the damn show, but it was trending like a mother. Same thing when it comes to not just Final Fantasy, but just PlayStation exclusives. They all trend. No one's buying them. Unless it's God of War or Spider-Man. No one's buying them. It's just the reality of it. Mr. Jonah Dark says Sony's the market leader and Final Fantasy 16 ain't selling. I thought people on the platform purchase games. Yeah, like I just got done saying. The first party, nothing. Mr. 7 Digit said PS5 is more of a Fortnite COD machine based on real now. Fortnite, COD, FIFA, Madden,
2K.
2K. Basically, 9 out of the top 10 games that actually get bought on PlayStation are like third-party games. No one's buying first-party. And unless they're looking for clout on Twitter, no one's actually buying first-party.
I like the next thing Mr. Joanna Dark said. He said, I bet Final Fantasy 16 was on Switch, it would have sold.
Yo. Even with crappy graphics, it would have sold double. I think it would have sold double. Oh, Lord. Mr. Joanna Dark says, who would win, Pikmin 4 or Knack? Of course it would be Pikmin 4. Dude, come on. Come on. Well, what are we talking about?
Knack ain't knocking.
We're done talking. Okay. Ham, are you done with Pikmin 4? Beating the brakes for Final Fantasy racist?
Yes, I'm done. I actually got to get going here soon, so we need to wrap this up.
Yeah. That was actually the last topic.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Plug, and get us out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for popping through and coming to an excellent episode of The Lowdown with me and Loke 7. We do this show every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock in the Lord's time. That is Central. And then what time is it over there for you when we start the show? 8 p.m. in the motherland. All right, in the motherland.
Yeah.
Central African time, in the cat time. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for stopping through. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I see you. I see you in the chat. Hard Days, Mike. Thank you for pulling up late, but I tell you what, I appreciate you nonetheless. And then for the rest of this week, I have a show Behind Them Sticks this Thursday with Bloody Nux. He is on the Next Level Game, or no, Level 1 Gaming. He's on Level 1 Gaming show as well. But he also does a lot of shows with like 108 Dragons TV. I think he does stuff sometimes with like 4GQ and whatnot. So you'll be able to check that out on Thursday. And then on Friday, Bullsitting with me, Loke, Cozy, Beluga. And I believe Kay Asante is the guest.
Special one.
Yes, with Kay Asante is coming through. I'm very excited for that episode. It should be a good time. So make sure, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, go on ahead and subscribe. I appreciate everybody in the chat. And just to go on ahead and throw it out there, because I want to do this every single episode. Thanks to those members that joined. So Sir X-Man, Ray Chi, Jacob Novick, Silent Cypher, Matt Likes Games, Blind Giant, Too Big, Brodacious 23, Boogie Main, Just Mel, Stanley Francois, Sour Blow, Senior Click, Lady Foxfire, Gogo Pole, Graphics God, Cozy Beluga, Mr. Joanna Dark, PlayStation Destruction, Tombo, 901 Apex Predator, Dragonheart Yobi, RQ, and the Robot Wins. I appreciate all of you guys for becoming members within the last several weeks of us just getting our memberships out there. But just to give you guys one last heads up, next week there will be nothing on TSWS Gaming at all. We're not having any shows. I'm taking a whole week off and actually going on vacation out to the mountains in Colorado. So I'll be kicking it there, playing some Steam Deck, doing my damn thing.
I'm going to South Africa next week as well. So
there you go. You can get yourself some
Everybody's
hard
going.
copies of games to throw into your Series X. There you go. But anyways,
That'd be
but anyways, yeah. So next week, no shows from us. You'll find us the following week, starting out with the lowdown with Loke on not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Thank you so much for everybody being here. We will see y'all later this week. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And as I always say, it's your boy Ham Solo, TSWS Gaming, telling you to keep it gaming or keep it moving. Peace out.
Ciao.